What's up guys, Shane Starnes here with Droid Monitor X. I've been using the Huawei Matebook as my primary tablet device for the past 4 months. These are my top 5 pros and some cons. Let's go ahead and get started. One thing that I really loved about the Matebook was its premium design. You get an all-metal unibody build with chamfered edges, and the 12-inch display is surrounded by a very thin bezel. The Matebook takes on the same design language as the Mate 9, and it just looks awesome. The Matebook is super light, coming in at 22.5 ounces or less than 2 pounds, and it is very thin at 6.9 millimeters. When talking about the design, I also have to talk about the keyboard case, which is made of leather and adds to that premium look and feel. The next thing that I really loved about this tablet is the fingerprint scanner. I've never actually owned a tablet before that included a fingerprint reader. It was just super easy to get inside the tablet and to get past that hello screen without having to type in a password or a PIN. You can simply just scan your fingerprint like I'm used to doing on my cell phones. The fingerprint itself is right in between the volume up and down rocker, and it is extremely accurate. It never misread my fingerprint and always let me into the tablet on the first try. To go along with the beautiful design that we talked about earlier, this tablet also has a stunning display. The display is larger than your average tablet at 12 inches. It is a QHD display with a resolution of 2160 by 1440, giving it roughly 210 pixels per inch. It is, however, an IPS LCD display, which means that it is best used indoors. When you take it outdoors, the glossiness of the display means that you won't be able to see everything without cranking the brightness up to 100%. But as far as I'm concerned, most of my tablet use was indoors over the past 4 months. Colors are nice and vibrant and they pop, and all that resolution means that text is nice and crisp. Another thing that really impressed me about the Matebook was its speakers, which get incredibly loud. Now at the maximum volume, they are slightly distorted, but you're still going to get very full and rich mids and highs with a lacking bass. But for my purposes, these speakers were great. I was able to crank up music and listen to the speakers on the tablet without having to connect it to a Bluetooth speaker and without having to wear headphones, which was a nice touch. While the tablet doesn't come with much in the way of I/O, Huawei also sent me the Huawei Mate dock with my review unit, which opened up my world to endless possibilities when it comes to connectivity. The Matebook itself only has a USB-C port, which is good for data transfer and also for fast charging, but you can also use that single port to connect the Mate dock, which gives you access to an HDMI port, a VGA port, so you're actually able to connect this to external monitors, which is great. There's also a USB Type-C charge port on the Mate dock itself. There's also 2 USB 3.0 connections and even an Ethernet port if you want screaming fast speeds on your Matebook. Overall, my Matebook experience was excellent. My use case for this Matebook is basically content consumption, so viewing videos, viewing Netflix and YouTube, and then also just a little bit of light productivity. But you do have to keep in mind that this is not a performance powerhouse. Mine came with a Core M5 processor and also 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's probably not enough power for extreme gaming, but for my purposes, light productivity and content consumption, it was plenty of power. Battery life is not superb on this tablet by any means. I was able to get about 4 to 5 hours of moderate use on the tablet. Most of the time what I would do is watch, an hour or 2 hours of video and turn the tablet off, and then the next night I'd be able to power it back on and still have some power to watch another couple hours of content. While the tablet does support fast charging via that USB-C port, I noticed that the only charger that works with the tablet is the charger that came with it. As far as the keyboard case is concerned, it does look excellent. Travel on the keyboard is nice and spacious. The trackpad is very responsive, and as long as you have the keyboard case on a flat surface, everything is good. The moment you try to use it as a laptop, it's just not going to happen. It's held by magnets, and those magnets are not very strong at all. In fact, they're kind of weak, so any little bump or nudge makes the tablet collapse on itself when using the keyboard case. And I found that the only time I was really able to use it is if I had a table or a flat surface that I could set it on top of, and I definitely could not use the Matebook with keyboard case as a laptop. As far as I'm concerned, the Huawei Matebook is still one of the best Windows tablets available on the market. That about wraps it up for my quick review of this device. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. You can find more of me at droidmodderx.com. Follow me on Twitter at droidmodderx. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.